Exercise 35 just has us translating. It's English words, and we're going to translate them into Latin. Give yourself a little time. Don't try to rush through this. And I'm sorry I don't have you guys here to help me translate, or help me to say these words right. Imperatorus, commander-in-chief. The commander-in-chief, that's my subject. Imperator, the commander-in-chief does not praise. So he does not praise. Well, when you look, you'll see he praises or they praise. Well, I have a singular subject, but I also need the word praise, not praises. Well, I'm going to use my subject to determine which one of these I need. And my subject is singular, so therefore I'll be using le dot with no N. I'm going to put that at the end of my sentence over here. But he doesn't actually praise. He does not praise. So I'm putting that Latin word not. Who does he not praise? He does not praise the leaders. And so leaders is ducus. And we drop the is off of the genitive singular to get our stem, D-U-C. And this is a direct object. He does not praise the leaders. So the leaders needs to be in the direct object. So third declension, direct object, more than one. So we're going to add an es with the macron over the e. Of the Gauls. Of course, to get of, we have to put it in the genitive case. And Gauls is a second declension masculine word. Make sure you don't get this first declension masculine Gaul. That's the place. We need a Gaul. So Galli. G-A-L-L. I dropped the I of my genitive singular, and I'm going to change it to a plural, which is aurum. Imperator, ducus, gallorum, non laudant. Don't forget your period there. And then number 2, Christ is the light of men because he gave men truth. I like to look at my conjunction there, the because. That's joining 2 sentences. So I'm only going to look at the first sentence. Christ is the light of men. One thing that you have to remember is the rule that we've looked at on page 30 or on page 27. After a linking verb, the predicate noun is put in the same case as the subject. And so Christ is the light. The light is just describing Christ fuller, and it's only separated by the word is. So it has to agree in case with Christ. So let's start. Christ is our subject. That makes it super easy. It's going to be in our vocab list right here. Christius. Christ is, or he is, which is est. Christ is the light. Of course, light is going to have to be in the nominative singular case because it has to agree with Christ. So that's why it's lux. Christ is the light of men. Of course, to get of, we're going to put that in the genitive position. And men is a third declension. So we're going to put a um on homonym. That was my ending that I put on it. To find my stem, I took my singular genitive vocab word. I dropped the ending on it. In this case, it was the is. And then I added my ending that I needed, which was the plural genitive. Christ est lux homonym. Christ is the light of men because, quote, he gave men truth. He gave is in my verbs, and he will be contained in that. He gave, did it. I always put that did it at the end just because most verbs are going to fall at the end, and I like to be in the same order as my guide. He gave, what did he give? He gave truth. He didn't give men. He gave truth. So truth is my direct object. And that is veritas. I dropped the is off of my genitive singular, so this is what my stem is. And if I look at that third declension, decline like Lex, and do it as my direct object, sorry, I gotta look, was it truce? No, just one truth. So em is my ending. He gave truth. He gave men truth. Men is actually an indirect object. So Homin, I already found my stem earlier. And direct object, or I'm sorry, indirect object, if I could get that right. And there was more than one man, so he's plural. I'm going to add the word, or not the word, the ending, ibis. Christ is the light of men because he gave men truth.